Hi, I'm Erin Palmer, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
And I'm Rebekah Laur'en, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
Joining us is Veda Rasheed. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
We're pretty great. We're super excited to have you. Thanks for joining us. Before we talk about your 2024 primary election campaign for Ward 7 council member, please tell the viewers a little about your background and who you are.
Yes. So, hi, my name is Veda Rasheed. I'm running for Ward 7 Council. I'm a lifelong Ward 7 resident who has served in every branch of the DC government. Um, I was raised in River Terrace. I come from a large family. I have 13 siblings. I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm raising my two sons here. Um, just I know there's more work for us to do, in Ward 7. I've been here my whole life and I've just been committed to running, and just making sure that my community is doing great things.
Great. Well, you let us know that you're running for the Ward 7 seat on the DC Council. Can you tell our viewers why you want to be elected and why you decided to run this year?
I'm running because Ward 7 deserves an experienced leader with a plan. I definitely have a personal connection to the issues that our community faces. As I previously said, I'm a mom, just raising my two sons here. And as a single mom, a small business owner, a practicing attorney, and a devout community advocate, I have been committed to leading a fight that is for the people and by the people. What matters to me as a Ward 7 resident is just making sure that I have a livable, walkable community, just making sure that my kids can get a great education, just making sure that I have access to all of the things other residents have.
Mm. Well, what are your top 3 issues?
Okay. So I would say my top three issues are one, public safety. I got into this space because my children were going to the Kip on Benning Road, and it
Mm.
was a shooting there in a pre-K classroom, and a bullet went through that window. I
Mm.
was a second year student at Catholic University. I was taking constitutional law because I worked during the day and I went to law school at night. And we were just talking about ways that you can bring attention to issues in your community. I believe that as a mom, I wanted to make sure that my children were safe, going to and from school. And so that's how I got into this space. So
Mm.
public safety is important to me. As I've previously stated, I have 13 siblings, family members, friends. I want to make sure that I can go and come to my house safely. I want to make sure that, my father or, my friends, their grandparents can go to the grocery store without fear of being shot. Um, so public safety is a big concern and it's a big issue for me. Having worked in the DC Superior Court in the criminal division for 10 years, I've had a front row seat to our criminal justice system, and also just being on the other side, as being affected by crime. So public safety is a big issue for me.
Mm.
Um, Fixing our children's education system to keep children in school locally. Truancy, chronic absenteeism is a big issue that we're facing right now. Sometimes I leave out of my house during the day and I see young children walking around. So I want to make sure that they have the resources that they need to be successful. But, as a parent, I also want to make sure that our kids are receiving a world-class education. Um, Working in the office of the attorney general and just working in my community, one of the things that I want to ensure is that we have affordable housing, right? So you can go into Clay Terrace, Lincoln Heights, Marshall Heights, you can go into some of these community, and we want to make sure that affordable housing is a reality for all. I want to make sure that people are um, able to build wealth. I was able to take advantage of programs and being able to purchase my first home when I was 22. So I want to make sure that people in our community are able to do that and feel safe. Economic development is important to me, right? Ward 7 is a food desert. We just got a couple of restaurants over here, Miss Toya's, Deanwood Deli. So I'm super excited to support some of those things, and I want to make sure that we bring more of that to Ward 7. Also, constituent services is super important to me. As an attorney, I know you can't represent anybody unless you know their issues and concerns. We have over 23 different unique communities in our ward, so just making sure that we have a proactive and responsive constituent services. So public safety, education, and when I think about public safety, I also think about affordable housing. I think that that goes hand in hand, and just making sure that we have a strong constituent services here in our ward.
Veda, you mentioned some restaurants, some new restaurants in Ward 7, and I'm wondering if you can tell us some of your other favorite spots in the ward. Where do you like to hang out?
Oh, okay. So I like to go to Highlands Cafe. That is new. I definitely like Deanwood Deli. It's by a Ward 7 resident. I grew up with him, so I'm happy to see there and make sure that I patronize there. I love the Ridge Road Community Center. The football team, just making sure that I can interact with my different neighbors, my seasoned citizens. Also just we have great parks and trails. Like I'm from River Terrace, so if you go underneath the bridge, you can go to Mayfair, Kingman Park Island. You can even go all the way over to Anacostia. So those are some of my places I like to go. I hope we get some creative spots in Ward 7, because we have a lot of people that are like into arts and culture. So I would definitely like to see more of that in Ward 7. We do have a studio on Ward 7, Studio Muse. I'm going to tag him. It's on 57th Place, and it's a great spot. They do makeup. They do a lot of creative things over there. So,
Love it. Well, we also know that this is a race that has a lot of people running because the incumbent has chosen not to run again. So I would love to hear why you are the best choice for voters, particularly in such a crowded field.
yes, I would say the best choice because my roots are in Ward 7. Ward 7 built me up to be the leader that I am today. Like I said, I went to law school, so it was my community that poured into me. When my children were going to the Boys and Girls Club, it was my neighbors that were helping me, working from 9 to 5, then in law school up until 10, 11 o'clock at night. If it wasn't for my community, I wouldn't be the individual that I am today. I've spent a lifetime listening, advocating, and building trust within our community. I've served in many different roles. I've served as an advisory neighborhood commissioner. I've served as the chair of the Ward 7 Young Dems. I've been a paid parent, which is Parents Amplifying Voices in Education. I've been a mayoral appointee. I've been a My School DC representative. So I've held many, many different hats. And I think that Ward 7 deserves a council member who will put them first and who brings experience, which I have, and the determination to create a bright future for us all.
Awesome. Well, Veda, tell us, when does voting begin? Because I got to know. I need to know.
Yes, yes. So mail-in ballots tentatively go out April the 29th. Early voting for the primary begins May 23rd and it runs through June 3rd. You can begin voting by mail May 9th, and you can head to the polls on election day on June the 4th.
Those are important dates. Pay attention to the dates. We love vote at home, that there are mail-in ballot options as well as vote centers to vote in person. Veda, please tell our viewers how they can learn more about you and support and follow your campaign.
Yes, you can learn more about me by visiting my website at www.voteforveda.com. You can find me on Instagram at Vote for Veda. You can find me on Facebook at Vote for Veda. And you can find me on X at Veda Rasheed. I was getting ready to say Twitter.
Awesome.
We accept Twitter as a name.
Yeah. I know everybody's like X or Twitter, but yeah. Like the Wakanda. But yeah. Well, thank you so much, Veda, for joining us. Viewers, please look in the description below for links. And again, thank you for being here with us and sharing all of what you had to share with us. And yeah.
Thank you for having me. I appreciated coming on here today and just talking a little bit about myself and why I'm running.
Awesome.
Thank you. To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media and subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel.
And viewers, thank you for watching.